Yeah, it's absolutely about context, because the problem is if you see an alert, you might not have the context of what it really means. So you might ignore it when you shouldn't, or you might spend too much time and spin your wheels on that particular non-event. So the idea is to have more context and more intelligence around it, and also to sort of automate some of these more manual processes where you have to manually correlate events that you're seeing.
And with regards to the issue of the new malware, or really ransomware, which I've been hearing a lot about on this floor right now, I hear it's really popular just because it's become automated. Is that really the reason?
It's pretty easy. There's a lot of kits out there now for ransomware, so you don't have to be a software expert or a renowned hacker to use it. Pretty much anybody who has access to a kit can do it. But what's scary?
Lack of ethics.
Exactly, exactly. It's actually really simple to set an exploit, and of course the first way to get in is to send someone a phishing email, which there's a lot of kits for that as well, and people are very trusting and they click on things even if they shouldn't. So it's a really easy way to get in, and it's pretty rampant right now around ransomware.
How are you seeing companies solving this problem? Because when I interviewed people, I got the whole mishmash of we were able to decrypt it ourselves, we paid, or I just let it go.
Yeah, that's the hard part. You're told not to pay, right? But if you're in a desperate situation, you will, and that's happening. The bottom line is really just having best security practices to begin with and just expect it to happen. So make sure you have offline data backups so that you have a backup of whatever gets lost and you can roll back to that data at the time of the infection. And the usual, try to make sure you've got everything patched up to date, because these guys aren't using any rocket science O-days to do what they're doing. They're just going in to basic unpatched old systems that have easy vulnerabilities that should have been patched. And then of course people fall for the email, click on the link or the attachment, and boom. So really it's more about just basic security practices and then protecting your data up front in terms of having a backup, a safe backup of it, not one that's online that could also get corrupted.
Are there some just basic security methodologies and practices that year after year people are just missing out on?
Well, it's funny you ask that question, because when you see the data of what is getting in and what's happening, it's kind of the same stuff. I mean, you'll see old, well-known bugs that had patches that are getting used because people aren't keeping their systems up to date. So it's some of that. And then of course the whole social engineering thing is always a problem, because it's hard to teach people to be more careful. And there's a lot more sophisticated phishes out there that look like a legitimate company or look like your boss is really emailing you and asking you for something. So there's that still user education or ongoing cultural mindset of being careful isn't always there. So it is kind of the same things happening over and over again a lot of times from the front end of the attack. It's some easy vulnerabilities that you should have had patched. We just see that so much, and the data keeps showing it too.